Let's talk about identities and how we are put into boxes from a very early age. I remember when I was in school, I was, for a bunch of reasons, a good student. And when I say a good student, I have a very specific definition of what that means. Somebody who studies, somebody who gets good marks, somebody who does not create a ruckus in the class, somebody who listens to the teachers, somebody who is very agreeable most of the times. And I was like that till a certain age. After that, I also changed, but uh, I'm talking about time before my 10th class, I would say. So, when you are in school, you are categorized by the teachers, by the people around you. There are the quiet ones, there are the people who are good in sports, there are the creative ones, and we have the toppers, some people who consistently get 95 percentage, 96 percentage, and there are also the backbenchers, the mischief makers, and all of that. Now, what's wrong with these identities is that at some point, and this happened with me, you begin to identify with these identities and you make the identities to be who you are as a person. So after a while, it was no longer that people think that I am this way or that way. I myself began to think that way, that this is who I am, this is the way I am, this is how I talk to people, this is how I I work very hard in my exams. And at that point, your actions are no longer spontaneous. Your whole behavior is there to manage an image, to manage that identity of the good student. And it creates a lot of problems, I would say, because it limits you, it puts you in a box, it restricts you in a way. You may want to do something else, but your mind or your belief system stops you, or your past experience stops you from doing it, because you think that, oh, that's not me, that's not the way I am. A very studious student, for example, would naturally hesitate to pick up sports, because for them, they have already concluded that this is who I am, this is the way I am. And I think true understanding of who you are cannot be limited to one identity or even five identities for that matter. So we lie beyond identities. We are not the roles that people gave us for their convenience. We are not the good student. We are not the mischief maker. We are not anything particularly like that. So, this is my message for people, that you try to, and this is a long process. This is not something that can be done instantly. Try to explore, go beyond what looks familiar to you in terms of doing something, and you will realize that you are so complicated that there cannot be an identity. There is no one single identity that can uh, define you. So you're not defined by what people think of you, what they say about you, or the identity they want to give to you. You're defined by much more.